Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm bringing you a scholarship, this time around to Ireland. It's a government-sponsored scholarship for both Masters and PhD. So I'm going to tell you all the details about the scholarship in terms of what you expect to get, what you will be given, and all the details that you need to know so that you can place in your application on the right time. I hope this will be helpful. And I hope that one of you is going to get it so that you come and give us a testimony how your life in Ireland will be. So let's get started. So onto the details of this scholarship. Like I said, it's offered by the government of Ireland and it's a postgraduate scholarship program, which means it's going towards your master's or PhD or anything that comes after bachelor's. So I will take you through the main things you need to know. And then if you want to know the detailed things, or if you want to place in your application, you'll just follow the link. I will put it in the description box and you'll be on your way to the application platform. So this is how the website looks like. There are different links for you to apply. Once you have all the information and all the documents, you'll come here. If you want to see the eligible schools and all the eligible institutions that are working with the government of Ireland, you'll come here. And here you have documents for the call, you have other forms, and you also have frequently asked questions. So I will take you through them, just the necessary parts in a short while. But for now, let us go through the background of this scholarship. So like I said, it's offered by the government of Ireland, and they are partnering with some institutions: the Environmental Protection Agency, Department of Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth. So there are different organizations coming together, partnering with the government, and then offering scholarships to international students. And what they are giving you will be a stipend of 18,500 euros per annum, that is per year. So this, if you divide this by 12 months, it will come to around just less than 2,000 euros, which is enough money for you to survive in terms of paying your rent, your food, leisure activities, and all that stuff that is done outside of the classroom. And then they will also give a contribution to fees, including non-EU fees, up to a maximum of 5,750 euros per annum. So you have to check for the specific schools or for the program you want to apply. You have to see how much school fees is needed, because they can give a maximum of this. So you need to do more research on this, because in most cases, actually, school in most of these countries, like in France, school is free. So these fees, mostly it will be for external students, like foreign students who are coming in. You might be expected to pay one or two things, maybe to register for your course and stuff like that, which is different depending on the course, the level, probably the school and all that. So, but just be aware that they are going to contribute this amount of money towards the fees. And then eligible direct research expense of 3,250 euros per month. So this is research expense in terms of when you're doing your research, you need to collect data, you need to travel from one part to another. Sometimes you may need to buy data or anything of the sort. You'll have some money put aside for that. So how to apply? If you are an applicant, you read the call documentation carefully. This is where all the details are. Once you click on this call document, we have it has further details about the application and the eligibility. And I just want you to have an idea of what goes on there. So when you open it, it's a PDF, and once you open it, you have all these things that are going to be talked about here. So let me just skip to the eligibility so that you get exactly what's happening. So there's no age limit for you to apply for the program. Applications will only be accepted in either Irish or English language. And you must not have made 2 previous unsuccessful applications. Of course, once you apply, you fail, you can always apply again, but you cannot make more than twice failed applications. So you can either do a 1-year master's, 2-year master's, or a 3 years doctoral, or the structured 4 years doctoral. This is the PhD program. Okay, and this is, they break down the time from when to when you do your studies for each of these sections. So just come here so that I don't take a lot of time. You must be having at least a first class or a second class upper from your bachelor's degree. So you always have that grade. You must be having at least first class or second upper. And then, so there are so many of these, but I just want to highlight for you the main ones. There are 2 categories of people who can get into the scholarship: students who are coming from EU and students who are coming outside of the EU. So both of these, whether you are in EU or you are outside of EU, you can be able to be selected. What you just need to do is make sure that you have placed in a very, very strong application. Okay, so this is the success rate. Like for science and technology, the people who are coming in total is 18%, and in arts and humanities it's 18%, and in category 2, those ones who are coming from outside of EU is 5.3. So you can see majority of the people are selected from EU, but there's still chances for you if you're coming outside of the EU, that is the European Union, to be selected. You just need to place in a very strong application and do everything in good time. So there are more details about if you want to extend your application. Maybe you've already gotten a place, you've studied for 1 year, you want to extend, or you're applying afresh. So all these details are in this document. It's just because of time, I cannot go into the details. Things like if you are sick, for example, your spouse, your children, can they be sponsored? All these things are there. Another thing that you must note about this scholarship is that you must get a supervisor in one of those universities that you are going to study. So you go through the list, you decide this is the university, this is the course, you contact the supervisors, and they also have to provide something. They also have to provide something to the application, but it's not a must that by the time you're getting the scholarship, you have already been accepted into the program, but I will go into this shortly. Yeah, so just make sure that before you go and start making in your application and all that, come to this document and read to get all the details that you need. To now apply, you must create and submit your application via an online system. So that's the platform I was showing you over here. Apply here. Once you follow this link, you'll find that there's a place you have to fill in your details, your name, email address, all those things, and they open for you an account where you'll now place in your application. So they opened it on 8th September, this is last month, and it's going to close on the 20th of October. So you have like 2 or 3 weeks left for you to place in your applications. And like I always say, don't worry if you're too late. You can still go through this link, just find out all the details, gather all the information, and when the time comes next year, when the platform is open again, you're very much ready to place in your application. The supervisor deadline is 27th of October. So you're supposed to find a supervisor who will supervise your work. If it's your project, if it's your thesis, you need to find a supervisor. And all these details are going to be given at the call of application. And then they're going to have the call outcome. So the people who have applied and they've been selected or not selected at the end of March 2023, you'll get to know. And then you start your studies in September 2023. So that is the timeline. So I'm going to just, in a short period of time, I'm going to take you through a bit to show you how these links look. Like when you come to this apply here, this is how it looks. You'll put in your email address, you'll set in a password, and then you log in. Okay, so that's as simple as that. And if you want to know the eligible schools and all those organizations that are eligible to work with this particular scholarship, they are named here. There are so many. So we have Atlantic Technology University. I can't read all this, but they are all here. University College Dublin, so just come through, see these schools, so that you see if you're getting a supervisor from the school, you search the school website and you find out if you can find a supervisor in your particular area. Okay, so next I want to take you just a little bit through this feedback, because these questions are very, very important. You have people who are not sure about things and you write them an email, they've compiled answers and details for you. So if you have questions, some of these questions normally I'm not able to answer you, but they have all been listed for you, answered for you, or you can always email them and they'll answer. Should the applicant be registered in a postgraduate course at an eligible HAE before applying for the scholarship? And the answer was, applicants do not have to be a registered student at an eligible HEA before applying for a Government of Ireland Postgraduate Scholarship Award. So I know there are so many questions usually someone has when they're placing in applications, and if you're worried about even the timeline you have, you can always just pose it as a question, write an email, refer to them, and they can respond to you. See, all these are the questions that people were asking and they were able to be responded to. So that's about it in terms of the summary of this scholarship. Please do place in your applications, share it with your loved ones. I'm sure it will be helpful to one person or the other, and I hope that one of you is going to get the scholarship, and you'll probably give us feedback to let us know how it went. Otherwise, I wish you the very best. Remember to share it with people that you know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.